Welcome everyone back to the channel. We just woke up to a knock at the door here at Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics because we have our beautiful package that showed up today. So let's get it opened up real quick here so we can see what's inside of it and see what we got here. Are we even opening it on the right side or are we not? Oh, it's gotta be the stickers here. I think they put it on the right side. I mean on the, yeah, there it is. Sorry, let me move this a little bit. Sorry if the light's not perfect, but alright. Good packaging. This might be good. It's pretty tight. I mean, it's got a good snug packaging here. I should have some bottles. Oh yeah. Ho, 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 ho. Got the immune boosters. Lots of immune booster. So everybody that needs that immune booster, look at that. We got it. Got the gold, and these bottles are like it seems smaller than my bottle. Let's see though. Okay, so we have immune booster. Alright, now what I'm interested in should be down here. But I feel a little cold. Oh, they look pretty darn good. Dennerli Sulawesi. I don't know exactly how I want to do this, but wow, they travel good this time. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so happy. They look pretty darn good. No way. Oh, I'm so excited. Reason being is Sulawesi's don't travel well. Let me do this. Because not for nothing, but, the post office, might not be heated enough, to keep everything warm. So, and the Sulawesi's have to stay real warm. There's just 3, 6, 9, 10 bottles of immune booster. Yeah, let a sticker on that. How cool is that, man? Boost your shrimpy's metabolism and energy. That's what they claim, but all the other products are really good, so I'm very satisfied with them. Alright, let me do this. I'm thinking if I drop, or if I put because these are double bagged, I'm thinking if I put it in my tank and let them heat up, because these are not breather bags. So if I at least get these guys in the tank, get the heat, get their temperature up, then get them in a bowl real fast. Oh, look how pretty. I don't know, let me see if I can. Oh yeah, let me get them in here. Let me get them in the warm tank. Float them. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Let me float them for a little bit, get their temp up, and then I'll take them out of the bag. This is the process that I'm thinking would probably be best. I hope it'd be best. But if I float them for, let's say, 10 minutes, I can go up, get the coffee brewing, make some Dunkin' Donuts real fast, and then I can get my butt down here. Look at it. Looks like another bag. Gosh, they're so small, so delicate. Oh my Lord. Look how pretty they are. Can't really tell the colors, but I mean, they're the Dennerli. But that's what I'm saying. It's hard to see that they're red, but. Alright, let me pause this and I'll be back. Okay, well, they've been temp acclimating, laying in the tank for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. So, what I've decided to come up with and do now is I'm going to dump the excess water in here. I'll put the shrimps in my catch cups, and then I'll start the drip process. See, my big thing is I have to test this water too, but my big thing was getting them to the proper temperature, the same as my tanks, because they weren't freezing, but excuse me, but the water was, it wasn't hot like it's supposed to be, so I want to bring the temperature up, so even while I'm drip acclimating them, they're not, freezing cold. So, and they're not freezing cold, let's just say they're cooler than what they like to be in. So if I put them in that tank, get the temperature of the water up, then start to drip them, the temperature of the water will be there already, and it won't be just, I won't have to be bringing the temp up and getting them used to the water that they're going into. If you can understand what I'm trying to say, because I don't think I'm explaining it perfectly well, but I think everything will be alright. Alright, so bag number 1. And see, there's a lot of water. He bagged these really good this time, so. Well, he bags them good every time. I said this time just because I get, I'll order stuff and, it's bagged this way, it's bagged that way, so. It's just, he bags it, kind of like old school ways. It's really, really good. Alright, so let's get a little, I cut the top of this off. Let me move the coffee. That's what I had to do, is go up and make a cup of coffee. Alright. So, I use this pen, the HMD TDS meter. It's adjustable. $177 TDS. think mine might be a little higher than that. Yep. 220. Mine's at 220, so I have to drip it. So you take the water down a little bit so it leaves room for my water, that I'm getting ready to put into here, so it doesn't like fill up in 5 minutes and then your container's overfilling, You don't want it like that. Alright, I stick the bag in there kind of sideways because I don't want to just dump them in a splash, and they're very small. They're just little itty bitty guys. And then I just grab the edge of the bag and make sure as I'm working it, try to make sure all the shrimps are down in the water of the bag. Doesn't look like I'm going to get it due to the fact that this green piece is in here. It helps them hold on to something. So I have to dip it back in. See, that's what I don't like about this. Dip it back in, get some water back in it. And then slowly put them in. It's just, they're so small. So you have to check the bag. Sorry about the lighting, guys, but I haven't redone my lights yet. So, right now, as we speak, we're right there. Oh, Dennerli Sulawesi. Alright. And yes, they have the white socks if you can't see them. They'll be getting brand new socks here in a minute. I have a bag of Hanes over there, so they'll be getting brand new cotton socks shortly. Okay. Same thing with this. I was going to put them all in one container and drip them that way. But the thing is I'm sure they came out of the same water. I just don't know if these bags have the same water in them due to the fact that they're in different bags. I kind of just don't want to take a chance, so I'll drip them separately. And then, I'll pull them out and put them in like that. Oh, yeah, missed one. Thought I missed one. If you got it that time. Yep, got it. See, that's the thing, is if you have the container next to you full of the water, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Let me make sure there's nobody trying to scoot up the bag. See, I can't see. They're trying to scoot up the bag. Because, there we go. But no matter what, if I have water in here and I'm dumping in there, or anything, I won't lose any. Due to the fact that, let me see, how can I do this to make sure? I'm going to have to dump it slow, I guess, or fast, and just get it over with. So there we go. So they make sure I get them out. That's the only thing I can't stand is the purgin. But the purgin's in there to keep the ammonia down, but I don't know. That's the only thing I don't like. So they scoop them out one by one. But see, now the only reason I have to scoop these out one by one, which is fine, but if the tank had no shrimp in it, I would just dump this in. Or I would want to, once I drip into it, there's no need to worry about it contain, it hurting anything in the water if there's no other shrimp. So since there's shrimp in there, I'll drip these, and then I'll have to net them out one by one, or however many I can get in a net. But all right, we'll be back. All right, so another thing I want to show y'all is, I'm standing in my light here, so let me get a little drink of my coffee. Dunkin' Donuts. That stuff's good by that store. All right, what I want to do is, I'm gonna drip them in, but still, curiosity about the water they come in. So we'll check the pH on here. It should be high. I mean, they go in a really high pH. So let me get my high pH, high range pH. I'm not even gonna mess around with the little stuff. So here we go, high range pH, 5 drops of solution. There we go. So if we want to be all technical and all professional, we'll put a lid on it. There we go. pH is low pH. So let's test it with the regular pH. See what I'm saying is, you go dumping it in your water and you don't know. I mean, that's a shocker. So, I mean, they could be suffering right now, because the pH is so low. I don't know. Right, that's pretty good. That's darn good right there. All right, same thing. But we're going to leave that one sit there in case it changes. I mean, it will. Everything you got to let sit for a minute. 1, 2, 3. This is regular pH, 3 drops. This is what you test regularly in a tank. That they don't need real high pH. So this, pH usually works pretty fast. So I have the color chart. Don't need scissors anymore. This was the high pH, which is not high. This is the low pH, which we'll put here. And you guys will see that it's in a normal pH, a regular pH. It's just in a higher, it's about a 7.2, yeah. A 7.2 pH, which is not, it's not optimal for these guys. They want an 8.2. But here's the thing is, these shrimp are homebred Dennerli shrimp. So they were caught wild and they were bred, so they're already homebred shrimp. So they can deal with different parameters, lower parameters. So now let's check the KH. Quite curious on this one. Alright, so KH, carbonate hardness, test solution, goes from blue to yellow. Excuse me. So it'll start blue, then it'll go to yellow. So each drop is where we want to do this by the drop. 1. So it's blue. 2. Blue. 3. 4. So KH is at 4. See how that works? Sometimes that jump pretty fast. Sometimes it'll go slow. It'll stay blue, and then it'll just slightly creep into the yellow, And then the next one will put it to yellow. So it could be a 3 to 4, or it could be a 4 to 5. So I'm just going to guess. I have new bottles of this, so you always got to keep this stuff on hand. Not that you have to check it all the time, but it's times like these that are really important. So now I was shaking it up with this finger. I don't want to use this finger no more, so we'll use another finger. Or I'll use my thumb. How about we do that? So usually with GH, I'll start with 4 because we already know that KH is at 4. So that means that there's more GH than KH. Oh, so this goes from orange to green. I'm sorry. Because, see, the liquid's green. So that's 4. We're probably going to be like 8. 5. 6, still orange. 7, still orange. 8, this should change it here. Or get close. Okay, there's 8, nothing, still orange. 9, there we go. See, now it's changing. Now it's going to green. So we're at 9. So 9 GH, 4 KH, pH of 7.2. Excuse me. Morning congestion. Now let's just, for the hell of it, test the water for ammonia. Now this takes 8 drops. This is a 2-parter. You always do. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the bottles, these bottles, they make it the hole so small, so you have to squeeze hard, so it'll come out. It's not like I'm really good at squeezing drips. I'm not. I'm not. So, but the bottle makes it work. So you want to shake that first one up really good before you put the second one in. I mean, it's not the end of the world if you don't, but when you do your testings, you want to get them as good as possible. And all your stuff, you want to shake it before you use it. You just, because it like separates, it's possible. So you don't want that. You want the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Here we go with a lid. Nice pretty yellow. See, on my thing, I'm not joking. It's, ammonia you let sit for a bit. It's like, I don't know, I think it's like 2 minutes. But in my opinion, well, in what I see, if you have bad ammonia, you'll know like that. This thing would have been, changing. It would have been a lime green right after I shook it up. But you have to give it time for the chemicals to work. So we have one more left. Excuse me. Let me get the tweezers, get that out of there. We have one more left I'll do for you guys. And that is nitrite. And that takes 5 drops. Seeing these, after a while you get to where you could just open them up with one hand. You just gotta kind of hold that red piece. Alright. Oh, yeah, that should have water in it. Yes, it does. Okay. It looked empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here's your 5 drops. Alright, we'll shake that up and then we'll show you where that's supposed to be. So right now, as of right now, we know GH is at 9, KH is at 4, and I kind of try to keep the GH at 8 with my Sulawesi, and the TDS anywhere 180 to 220. So they like a harder water. They really like harder water. So everything we have set up, I can drip them into my parameters, and they should be very happy. All right, so the water, so as we saw, pH, there is no high pH. Regular pH, it's a 7.2, 7.72. It's actually pretty low, quite low. The GH of KH we know. Nitrite, look at how baby blue that is. So you know these shrimp traveled very well. I marked a sheet years ago, so I always knew, but with Sulawesi, they should all be across the board 0, except the pH. You want up around this purple 8.2, yeah, right around the brown 8.2, 8.4. So the water they came in is around 7 to 7.2. Then the ammonia, as you see, is perfect. There is nothing in there whatsoever but perfection. So other than water coming low, the GH is good, the KH is good, everything is good. I'm very happy to say this is a great success. The shipping is done very, very well. Water parameters are top notch. And now we will prepare to drip them 1 minute. All right, excuse the wires and the mess. It's a store. It just happens to be in my home. So as you see, I have it already set up. I have a lot of drip cords over here set up, different lengths. But to go from this tank down to here, you want it. And I have my adjuster here to select the speed. Oh yeah, see, their little socks are coming out. You guys will see all this stuff. So we put the clip up there. So you gotta watch the hose when it's in your tank and make sure it's not like in my Sulawesi tank here. I have sand on the bottom in a spot, and you don't want it soaking your sand up. So just pull on that a little bit, get the water running, come down here and cut this bad boy down. Maybe a little slower. There we go. Now you have to watch, because if you turn it too slow, it'll drip, but they have a tendency of stopping, and then they won't drip anymore. So you can go real slow, and you're like, oh wow, that's great, but then it'll stop due to it's closed more than you think it is. So that one's set. That hose goes to the floor. That hose goes to the floor. Those are a bit. Oh, here we got a clear one. It's good to have, a ton of these, all different lengths, due to the fact that, and my clips I'm using, I show. See how they hold the tube, so I don't have to hold it. I can clip it on anything, and it'll stay in place, and I don't have to be worried that it's going to fall out and go all over the floor. So this is off. I could pull this out, pull this up, so it'll hang down in there, and I know it won't go on the floor. So draw it in a little bit. Let it run the air bubbles out. Drip it down. And you gotta remember, these things are just cheap plastic, so it's not like whoever made these to be the next up and coming best product on the market, but they do their job and they work well. All right, everybody. So I'm gonna let these drip. Then I'll dump I'll dump a bunch of the water out. Then I'll drip them again. This is gonna be a bit of a process, but so far I have not counted these, but there is not one DOA, and they are gorgeous. Let me show you guys. And girls, the feet. And you can see the little socks. Little pretty little sockies. I fell in love with these. No matter how much I love my shrimp. The cuteness of these guys are just crazy. But something tells me I'm going to have quite a few tanks of different colored Dennerli. Sulawesi. So I'll show you guys the tank when it's all lit up. But here's my tank. I'll show it to you when it's lit up. But I got the rabbit snails, the black sand up front. I got a 2-inch wall built to hold all of my crushed coral. So I have 2 inches, a half the tank crushed coral, a heater, and my temperature is 82. So it's a little low right now due to the fact that I opened the lid. But I keep a glass top on it and see how the bubbles, the humidity. That's what it does all night. Builds the humidity, and then it's like a rain. It just rains in there all night. So we'll be back in a little while and show you how it looks once it's done with part 2. But that's it. Look at how healthy, and the color. A couple of them are the nice dark red. But yes, these are wild caught, but homebred. So they're meant to be a little more stronger than your regular wild. They're not as hard to keep from the beginning. We here at Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics don't have a problem with it. It was just the temperature outside. That was what we were suffering from. The temperature was so bad. No matter the heat packs they were putting in, they weren't doing good. So out of the 25 we had sent last time, there was only 15 that we saw that made it. And they're such great little hiders. Watch later when I go to show you guys. You're probably not going to be able to see any of these in the tank. They'll all be hidden. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I'll upload this one now, and then I'll do a part 2 with them in the tank. Okay, always remember, we're live every night on YouTube between 7 and 9. Come check us out. Hit the subscribe button if you would. Hit the thumbs up. The notification bell. Turn it on all so you'll get all of our videos every time they're played or uploaded. Every time they're uploaded. Whether it be a live or a video. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much. And we'll see you in a little bit. Stay shrimpy.